If you've watched our video on representing yourself, you know that as a starting proposition, we urge people with a case in court to go hire a lawyer. But you also know that the reality is that sometimes that just isn't feasible. Sometimes you just don't have a choice. Lawyers are expensive. Hourly rates can run between $200 and $800 an hour, and the cost of litigating a case can be over $100,000. Also, it can sometimes be hard to find a lawyer to handle a particular case. So if for whatever reason you find yourself in court without a lawyer, don't despair. Don't throw your hands up in defeat. There actually are some things in your favor when you represent yourself that you should be aware of. Now granted, what I'm about to show you may not be as powerful as having some hotshot law firm in your corner. But hey, take advantage of everything that you can. So what's in your favor? Quite a few things, actually. First, your case is your only case. Yeah, sure, the lawyer on the other side has education and experience that you don't, but don't forget, they're not just handling your case. They may have dozens of other open cases. You have only one. You can give your case all the attention you think you need and never be distracted by other files. Second, you know more about your case than anyone else. That's right. There is no one else that knows more about your case than you do. You know all the facts, you know all the people involved, you know everything about the case. The lawyer on the other side has to depend on what others tell him, which may or may not be true, or which may or may not be complete. You, on the other hand, have 100% knowledge of every part of your case at your fingertips. Third, there are a lot of resources available to help you. Years ago, only lawyers, and as a practical matter, only lawyers in larger firms had access to good legal research tools. Subscriptions to places like Westlaw, Lexis, and other resource sources were prohibitively expensive. All that's changed. Google Scholar, for example, gives you access to case law at the shockingly low price of free. Many courts, especially the federal courts, now have resources for people appearing without an attorney. A lot even have pro se sections on their websites. And of course, if you want one-on-one help, Be Your Own Lawyer can provide help at a fraction of the cost of hiring a lawyer. Finally, the high cost of attorneys, probably what drove you to represent yourself in the first place, can actually work to your advantage. Once you've set out to represent yourself, you have a tremendous advantage in that when you do something, it costs you little or nothing. While the other side, well, the meter runs at an astounding speed. For example, attending a deposition, it costs you a morning of your time. The other side could be thousands of dollars. Even things as simple as a phone call or an email. You call the lawyer on the other side. Your cost, $0. Your opponent, though, will be billed for that time. Used prudently, in many cases, you can easily use the cost of litigation to wear your opponent down. If the high cost of hiring an attorney has forced you to represent yourself, don't be afraid and don't hesitate to use the same thing against your opponent. So just because you find yourself in court without a lawyer, there's no need to throw in the towel. You've got some pretty good bullets to shoot. And don't forget, if you run into a problem or just want some help, Be Your Own Lawyer is always here to help you.